Why did I choose to live in Bali? Out of all the options in the world, out of all the cities and all the countries that exist, why Bali? This is a question I get a lot, over on my Instagram. And a lot of people who follow me say, hey, Danny, why did you choose to be there, man? Considering there are other possibilities and cool places to live. For example, there are a lot of people who live in Portugal, people live in Spain, Thailand, the United States. Why Bali? If you're researching content about Bali or want to understand what life is like here, or if it's worth moving here, or if you're just curious about my life and why I ended up here, I think this video will be a summary about that. To be able to talk about this choice, I believe I need to give a bit of context, which involves a little about my family, basically, about the way I was raised. My family is half Arab, half Brazilian. Yeah, my grandfather, he was born in Syria and he left Syria very young, if I'm not mistaken, at 17 years old on a ship, crossed oceans and ended up in Brazil, in São Paulo, without speaking a word of Portuguese. He built his life in São Paulo, then went to Foz do Iguaçu. At a time when Paraguay was booming, he went to Foz do Iguaçu, and I was born in Foz do Iguaçu. My mother was born in São Paulo, raised in São Paulo, and then when she got older, like in her 20s, she moved to Foz. And so I ended up being born in Foz do Iguaçu. And one thing my grandfather passed on to my mother was, just because you were born in a place, it doesn't mean you have to stay in that same place. The world is very big, and if you're not happy somewhere, go somewhere else. And in our family, we have this thing about experience, about living the experience. We value material things less and value experiences more. And that involves traveling. So I've been traveling since I was a little kid, a really little kid. My first backpacking trip was when I was 15 years old. I'm 34 now, and I've been living in Indonesia for 6 years already. I've been living in Bali for 6 years. So from 15 to 28, I traveled a lot, really, really a lot. I've been around a lot. And because I have this worldly knowledge, I would say, from having lived in Europe for a year, because I went to college there, from having gotten to know all of Europe, from having traveled through Africa, from having traveled through Asia, from having traveled through the Americas, I have a pretty good sense of what life is like in each place. The first time I set foot in Bali, I said, whoa, this place is different. I can actually see myself living here. And I didn't feel that way in other places. I didn't feel that way about Europe anymore. I didn't feel that way in other Asian countries. I never felt that way in the United States. So I thought, and this place where I can see myself living, will it actually work? Because 6 years ago, Bali was a bit different. It was a very, very slow-paced life, very easygoing, very peaceful. There were far fewer expats living on the island, much less construction, much less building, much less noise, much less hustle and bustle. But what really caught my attention, Bali truly captured my heart and mind, I think, for 4 very specific and compelling reasons. Reason number 1 has to be the incredible way the local people see the world around them, or the unique way the locals live their daily lives with such intention, the profound way they view the essence of life itself, and just how deeply, genuinely grateful they are for every single moment they experience. It's very hard to explain this if you haven't been to Bali, but the purity and the smile of a Balinese person is not something you see every day. It's very beautiful and it's very pure. Balinese people, Bali as a whole, is not a society oriented towards money. For us, what does it mean for someone to be successful in life? It's someone who became successful, got rich, and is doing well. For the Balinese, that's not the case. They don't really care much about money. It's about doing good, making sure your family is well, your community is well, and that your relationship with God, whatever form that takes, is good. That's what's important. And when you're exposed to a culture like that, you start to see life differently. You start to realize that you can be much happier with less. You start to become less greedy. You start trying to be a better human being. You start to see the beauty in the little details of everyday life, things that in societies that are very money-oriented and fast-paced, you just don't notice. You start only comparing yourself because there are people better than you, because there are people making more money than you, because you're working less, because you could be somewhere else. And life here isn't like that. So that's one pillar that really caught my attention in Bali. Second thing, the expat community. Bali nowadays has, I don't know, more than 1 million foreigners living on the island. So there are people from all over the world here. You make friends with people from all over the world, a lot of young people. That's really interesting. Nothing against older people, but Bali doesn't have many older people. It's a huge group of people from about 24 to 40 something years old. That's it. Bali is this crowd. A lot of people from all over the world, a lot of young people around the same age, and a lot of people who are looking for it. This actually leads into point number 3, okay? A lot of people who are looking for a balance between making money and living well every day, where your day is actually enjoyable. And that's fantastic because in Bali, you can wake up early to work, but then you shut down your computer and go watch the sunset. You can wake up early to work, but before that, you went for a cardio session outside, did some cardio at the gym, had your sauna, got into the ice bath, or you woke up, started working, finished your morning around 10, went to the gym, and then spent 2 hours sunbathing. That's normal in Bali. So there's a really perfect balance between being productive and making money. That's something that really stands out to me because for me, life isn't just about making money. And for me, life also isn't just about doing nothing and becoming a younger retiree who's unproductive. I don't like that. This balance for me is something that's fantastic. So, and the fourth point I would say is structure. This here is a hotel in Bali. Okay, it's a hotel in Bali, right? Yeah, honestly, maybe the most stunning and beautiful hotel that exists that I've ever seen in my entire life is probably this hotel in Bali. The gyms in Bali, the restaurants in Bali, the facilities you have in Bali, they're fantastic, truly first class. The infrastructure in Bali is terrible. There's no sanitation, no sewage system, there's trash, there's traffic, but the structure, the facilities, the access you can get in Bali are spectacular. World-class hotels, amazing restaurants, incredible bars, nightclubs, amazing nightclubs, incredible gyms. There are so many great things here for a price you can't find abroad. So there are other places that also have amazing facilities, but they're very expensive. Bali isn't like that. Bali offers insanely good facilities for a more affordable price. In the past, Bali used to be much cheaper, much cheaper. The first time I came to Bali 6 years ago, I rented a house on the main street of Canggu. 2 bedrooms, a pool, living room, garden for $550. Today, that same house probably doesn't cost less than $1,800. So Bali has gotten more expensive. I don't believe that Bali is a cheap destination nowadays, okay? I believe that Bali has become an expensive place for people who live here. Just to give you an idea, my monthly cost of living is around $3,500 and some months $4,000 per month. That's what I spend by myself to live here. Roughly $3,500 to $4,000 per month. Oh, but you can live in Brazil with the same amount of money? Yes, but I can't have the same lifestyle I have here for that same amount of money converted in Brazil, you know? And another thing that's also very important to me is safety. Here I can walk around however I want, with an expensive watch, with a camera, with a cell phone, with anything. No one is going to rob me, no one is going to mug me, no one is ever going to stab me, no one is ever going to do anything. Many times I have my motorcycle, I forget my key in my motorcycle, I come back and my motorcycle is in the same place, no one touched my motorcycle. Sometimes my house is left with the door open and no one breaks in to steal anything. I go to the gym, I leave my computer, camera, everything inside the house. The door was left open, I come back and no one has touched anything. So this peace of mind, this security that Bali offers you is fantastic. So I think it's a combination of these 5 points. That's why I chose Bali. And that's why I continue to stay in Bali. Yeah, and bringing it a bit more to my own life, which might make sense for you too. Bali is an excellent place to make money. If you come here with an open mind and you're someone who pays attention to opportunities, there's a little bird. If you're someone who pays attention to opportunities, you can make a lot of money in Bali. Yeah, there are a lot of opportunities here. In the past, there were even more opportunities because there were fewer people starting businesses on the island. Today, I think some markets are becoming more closed off, more difficult. But yeah, there are still plenty of opportunities. The barrier to entry for investing in Bali isn't that low. I think it's very difficult to do business in Bali with less than $150,000. But what happens a lot in Bali is that people team up in groups to do business. So for example, let's say we want to open a business. It's going to cost $150,000, $200,000. You split it among 3 people. Each one puts in a share and we do the business as a group, you know? Then you open the first one, then the second, then the third, then the fourth, and the structure keeps growing. So if you're someone who's business oriented, I'm very business oriented, Bali is an excellent place to invest. Today, I have businesses here. We're running almost 2 spa operations, and 2 more spa operations are under construction. I have 2 plots of land here. It's quite likely that I'll open another operation of something else that I can't reveal yet this year. And the structure keeps growing, you know? Like the more time I spend here, the more business I do here, the more money I make here. So this is a good place to be, to make money. Yeah, so that's why I'm here, that's why I'm still here, and that's why I choose to live in Bali, even though I've been to a lot of places and traveled to a lot of cool places, and every time I'm away from Bali, I say, Bali is better. I don't know, I've been to Portugal several times because I was thinking about investing in Portugal, buying property in Portugal. I walked around there and I said, man, it's not worth it, Bali is better. Then I went to Spain, Bali is better. Yeah, I went to Thailand, Bali is better. United States, I don't like it, it's not my style. I believe they're very different lifestyles, right? But I like Bali more. Dubai, Bali is better. Yeah, for me, okay? That's just my personal opinion. I haven't been able to find a place today that can offer what Bali offers for the price that Bali offers with the people that Bali has here, both locals and expats. So putting all that together, for me, Bali is an excellent choice. It's an excellent choice. It's a choice that makes a lot of sense. In my opinion, if you're in your 20s to early 40s, living part of your life in Bali is probably the best place in the world to live. Here, you can have an extremely well-adjusted routine, and you can connect with people you wouldn't be able to connect with elsewhere. Your networking here becomes very strong if you're a savvy, smart person. Yeah, the access you have here is truly incredible. The facilities you have at your disposal are absolutely amazing. And the total amount of money you spend here, compared to what you would spend elsewhere to have the exact same things, at bet, is significantly lower. Plus, you can train at really high quality gyms and eat incredibly well every single day. So you end up taking really good care of your physical body and your mental well-being. At the same time, you live an incredible lifestyle. You get to take little trips to cool places, go out for a drive, let's go for a walk here, cruise around Bali, which is a really paradisiacal island, and discover places like that. This here is the hotel lobby at the Kempinski. Living right in front of the beach, since Bali is an island surrounded by beaches. And this is the most beautiful thing in the world. The weather in Bali is really nice, at least for most of the year, you know, then it starts to rain. Look at that, a huge hotel in Nusa Dua. Bali is amazing. That's why I choose to be here, and that's why it still makes sense for me to stay in Bali. If you have any questions, by the way, about Bali, about business in Bali, leave a comment and I'll reply to everyone in the comments. But that's how it is. I ended up in Bali as a tourist 6 years ago. I fell in love with the island, with the lifestyle, and I was already keeping an eye on the opportunities, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life, coming to live here. I have no regrets at all, none. The beginning was very difficult. It was really hard, it was very lonely, and I was all by myself. I left Brazil for Indonesia alone, without knowing anyone. I didn't have any friends here, nothing. And it took a long time for me to build a good circle of friends here. It wasn't easy. Even though I make videos and all that, I'm actually kind of anti-social. I'm not very, outgoing, social, or the type who easily makes friends with strangers. I'm quiet. So I think that definitely made the beginning harder. I also have this strange tendency, and I don't really know exactly why it happens, but I find that I don't really open up very much at all to other people from Brazil. Like, there are a lot of Brazilians living in Bali, and I'm not friends with a bunch of Brazilians here. My group of Brazilian friends here is very small, it's very limited, and they're my best friends, of course. But I didn't come here and immediately blend in with the Brazilian crowd, I kind of kept to myself for a long time. It took quite a while, it was very lonely, but man, even so, it was totally worth it. I'm really happy here, and I don't regret coming here for even a second, even though it was pretty tough at the beginning. Life here is fantastic. If you're thinking about coming to Bali, I recommend you take that step in this direction. It's not that cheap anymore. Bali has gotten relatively expensive. I think to live a great life in Bali. Yeah, there are people who say, oh, but you spend a lot of money in Bali. It's because I live well. I'm not just surviving, I live well here. For you to live well in Bali, put more than $2,500 in your budget per month. With less than that, you'll be living tight. Yeah, you will. You'll end up short on money to do things in Bali, okay? Going out is expensive, drinking is expensive, a good gym is expensive, even just hanging out is expensive, eating out every day is expensive, right? So you'll have to keep limiting yourself. So with about $2,500 a month, you can live a good life. Today I spend more than that because I can and because my life is really good. But that's it. That's the summary of the video. If you have any questions, leave a comment and I'll reply. If you didn't know the channel, welcome to the channel. The life of a Brazilian who's been living in Bali for 6 years, running businesses here, doing business in Indonesia and abroad. Let me put on my glasses. And I'm always bringing information about business. This video was about how I ended up here, a different kind of video, but you're very welcome to the channel. Subscribe, leave a like on the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.